Welcome everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is FTL again, and let's get right into it. And I've made my choice and we're going to use the Federation Battlecruiser, so let's just go. As usual, the opening blurb telling us what our mission is. Now the first thing I like to do in this ship is to rearrange the crew, because I don't usually like how they're arranged. I like having a rock man in piloting, because they're slow and you always want someone in piloting. He doesn't have to move, he's got 150 health and he's immune to fires, so if they teleport into here he can fight them himself, he can put the fires out, he can fix it. I always like having a human in weapons, because everyone else takes 65 weapon firings to train up and humans only take 58, so I like a human in here. I usually like the NJ in engines, because you always need someone in engines to keep your dodge up, and he's fast at repairing it. And on this ship he's very close to the piloting, so he can run in and help the rockman. And because the shields is pretty much the least important of the four main ones, I usually like to have the mantis in here just so he's free to run around and engage enemy borders. Well, save their stations. This here is the artillery beam, which is the special ability of the ship. It takes 50 seconds to spool up, and then it draws a line right across the enemy ship, dealing 1 damage to every room it hits, and it ignores all shields. 50 seconds is an eternity in this game, as we know. So I don't think we need the mid bay, we'll just do this, everything's powered up. Let's get on and see what we can do. There's a store right there, we're not going to do that straight away. I think we'll do this one, then this one. And then cut back and go to the store and then come out this way. Scans shore remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you, stay out of this or you'll be next. Right, let's attack them. Pods, identify, heavy laser 1, mini beam so they can hurt us. So we need to fire the burst laser at their weapons, knock the weapons offline, if we can. Oh, that's annoying. The mini beam actually hit and it knocked our artillery beam offline and it set fire to it. We'll just vent it out. We put the mini beam out of commission now anyway. And the fire's spreading because our door system's awful. So because our weapons are offline, we don't need dodge anymore, so we'll just put the NG in doors to stop it from spreading any further. Now we'll go in their shields. They're offering us 4 missiles, 1 drone and 11 scrap. To leave them alone? No, I don't think so. I need more scrap than that. Close the doors, open the internal doors to equalise the pressure, put the engine in to fix it, close the internal doors, and the last one will go in their engines, and that'll be the end of them. And hopefully we'll get enough scrap to get level 2 shields straight away. Let's see. You pick through the remains and contact the settlement. So we got 2 fuel, 2 missiles and 21 scrap, that'll give us 51, that's enough for level 2 shields, excellent. And the settlement thanks us for our efforts and gives us 1 missile, 1 drone and 10 scrap. Nice, we always like that. Yes, I will be doing this quite often. I won't be using the artillery beam very much. I never usually do. It's quite situational. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged but they're not firing yet. Well, let's save the outpost. We heard the drone activation sound, but we didn't see any drones appear here or come flying out, so they haven't got a boarding drone. It's probably a repair drone. Weapons wise, they only have a heavy laser Mark 1 and nothing else, so we're absolutely immune to them. If you remember, to unlock the B-type, you need to do 2 of these ship achievements. One of them is use only the artillery beam to destroy an enemy whilst taking no hull damage, so we can get this one in this fight. Diplomatic immunity is to use 4 blue crew choices before Sector 5. And Artillery Master, get to Sector 5 without upgrading weapon system. So we'll see if we can get at least one of them. We'll definitely get the Artillery Master here unless they take enough damage from the first artillery strike that they want to try and escape, and then we will have to fire the laser to stop them escaping, because they'll escape before this thing spools up again. You cannot speed this thing up by putting someone in the room. It doesn't do anything. So we're not going to take any hull damage from this fight. Well, it remains to be seen whether or not we can kill them with the artillery beam. Well, that's perfect. The artillery beam has knocked out their piloting on its own. Did 4 damage to them. Hit this room, this one, and this one, in a nice and diagonal. With the artillery beam, you don't get to choose what it hits, it just hits whatever it wants, which is quite annoying. Sometimes it'll just do these 2 rooms, and at other times it'll come up here and do 5 or 6. Just depends on the geometry of the enemy ship. But if it hits like that again, it will kill them. There is an option in the options to completely reset all my ship unlocks so I can manually unlock them all again, but it's such pain that I didn't want to do that just for the sake of a video series. The ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage 2 missiles, 1 drone and 25 scrap. And the outpost gives us 2 fuel and 17 scrap. Excellent. So that now means we can do our second usual upgrade and upgrade the doors. Excellent. Could do this and then the store and then out, I think. Not that we really need the store, we haven't got anything to sell and we've barely got any scrap. We might just ignore the store. The only other ship at this beacon messages you. Finally, after months of waiting, someone has fallen into our trap. Okay, let's have a look. Laser 1, heavy laser 1, so we need 2 layers of shield, and the burst laser will kill them. We just put it in the shields, and I held down control to make it into auto fire, so it will automatically fire at their shields as soon as the weapon's ready. I will try and make use of the artillery beam as often as possible in this run. Okay, they're offering us 3 fuel, 2 missiles and 11 scrap to leave them alone. No, don't think so. And off they go. Ship explodes, leaving behind 3 fuel, 1 drone, 22 scrap. Excellent. Let's push on. You come out of the jump to see laser blast coming from the other side of the beacon. It looks like someone is under attack from pirates. Well, let's aid them. You power up the weapons and have a go. Okay, combat drone 1 and a mini beam, so they can hurt us as long as the drone's active. So let's shoot the drone control and nothing but the drone control. Actually, no, let's shoot the weapon and only the weapon. Well, that was appalling. 2 misses out of 3 shots. We don't mind the drone firing at us all the time that much. Okay, that's a weapon offline, because at least we're getting shield training every time it hits and every time it misses. We're getting both piloting and engines training. I have told you that these drones can sometimes knock down 2 layers of shield if they move, fire, and then move a short distance and fire again. Very, very occasionally they will do that 3 times in a row and they can take down 3 layers of shield. Or take down 2 and actually do some damage, but it's very, very rare. So I made an educated guess that that wouldn't happen. You do have to keep an eye on things though. Now we're slowly whittling this ship down. Everyone's had quite a lot of training, that's pretty good. Had 6 misses already in this run, and 35 shield hits, and 17 weapon activations, just about to become 18. Hooray! Shut down the drone. Well, that's something. Something rather annoying actually, means we're not getting any more training. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, we shot it down again and killed him. Good shooting, Ryan, good shooting. So the pirate ship breaks apart, we hasten to contact the civilian ship. From the fight we get 1 missile, 1 drone, 17 scrap. Let's have a word with the civilians. And they repaired our one and only hull point that we've had damaged in this run so far. I don't think we need the store. I think I'm just gonna keep going because the exit isn't on the right hand side, it's almost in the middle of the screen, which is a little bit annoying. This one isn't even attached to the exit, so we're not going to go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and then out, so I think we have enough time to do this, this, and then exit. Don't care about the store in Sector 1. No, a sun. We've arrived at the beacon to find ourselves dangerously close to a star. An automated rebel ship, impervious to the heat, moves in to engage. Okay, let's see. Combat drone 1, heavy laser 1, so the combat drone has to die because these guys can hurt us. We don't have enough spare power bars to turn on the artillery and we can't hang around. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to press Z twice to open all the doors, including the doors to space, and vent out everything but the rooms in which our guys are standing. This is so when the solar flare hits, hopefully it'll hit one of these rooms that has no oxygen and the fires will go out before they can destroy anything. And the drone will take 1 hull damage. There it goes. And of course it's in the shields where we have the slowest person in the universe that repairs things. So let's close all these, open all these, and then as soon as pressure equalizes, get the NG in there, hit the fire out. Of course I hit the shields, why not? We're missing quite often, which is a little bit annoying. Right, let's reopen these doors so that these rooms empty back out. And it's in the shields again, of course it is. Got a usual amount of scrap from that. Okay, at least the shields didn't take any damage that time. Let's just get out of here to the distress beacon. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensors are picking up a single life form. Let's have a look. You find a colony that seems to have been recently attacked. Exploring the devastation, you find a lone survivor. We can take him home to his family, or we can invite him to join our crew. Well, I'd quite like another crew member. He states he was an infantryman before being stranded. He happily offers his services for a time in exchange for getting off that rock. We've got Charlie the human, who's level 1 combat trained. Excellent. Close the doors, reopen the internals, equalise the pressure, send everyone back to stations. I'm going to change the stations. I'm going to put Charlie in shields. Even though Young Peng was almost at level 1, Charlie will train to level 1 faster, and this means that Young Peng can man the doors, and now we don't have to take someone useful out of shields to go and attack people. The Mantis can do this on his own, and if and when we get a crew teleporter, we'll have a Mantis ready to go. One thing I'm going to do, I am going to upgrade the artillery beam and buy another couple of power bars, so we can have a 40-second cooldown beam and the burst laser 2 and 2 shields operative at the same time. A Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. Well, I'm going to reject that offer. Hey, they have 2 heavy laser ones, so they can't hurt us. So I think we'll just fire at their shields. The burst laser 2 may very well kill them before the beam laser can spool up. Having said that, they're trying to escape, so we're going to have to go on our piloting. It's a very good chance that these are going to die before the artillery beam even gets a chance to spool up. Yep. That's the end of them. Ship explodes, leaving behind 2 fuel, 1 missile and 19 scrap. Excellent day. I'm going to start saving scrap now because we really want a drone control on a defense drone as soon as we can. You arrive in the system to see a pirate ship pursuing a civilian ship. Well, let's aid the civilians. You power up your weapons. Okay, they have a missile and a laser that only does 1, so because they can only knock down 1 shield, we'll depower the shields down to 1 and we'll put the dodge up to 20. Hopefully the missile will miss, because it will fire before our burst laser does. Here it comes, and it did miss. Excellent. And our burst laser didn't turn the missile off, it turned the laser off. That's quite annoying. Here comes another one. It hit and breached, but it's been turned off now anyway. Even though Mantis are really slow at repairing, you might as well go and help the NG. He wasn't doing anything else. And I think the artillery beam's going to finish them off. And beam! There we are. Excellent. The pirate ship breaks apart, leaving behind 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 22 scrap. Let's contact the civilians. Huh, cool. They thank us and give us 13 scrap and a war crimes bomb. Excellent. One more ping before the end of Sector 1. Well, there's nothing else here, so that was a waste of time. Let's go to the exit. Maybe I had enough time to do one more ping, but the way this map was laid out, I think we maximised all the pings we could do. You've arrived at a long-range beacon. When your FTL drive is charged up, you can jump to the next sector. Excellent. It looks like this beacon is home to a rebel checkpoint. They are stopping and searching any ship that passes through. Civilians are being harassed and Federation members are being detained. The rebels haven't noticed you yet. Let's fend for ourselves, attack and escape. Okay, they have 2 lasers that fire 1 shot each. So they can't hurt us if we have 2 layers of shield, so we'll depower the engines, repower the shields up to 2. And we'll just shoot at the shields and wait for the artillery beam to draw a big line down them. More collateral damage. I could perhaps have gone for a crew kill here. Why don't we? Let's try for a crew kill with the war crimes bomb. Let's commit some war crimes. Because as soon as this explodes, it will deal 30 damage to him and set fire to the shield room. Good, caused 2 fires. We might need to use 3 or 4 fire bombs. Oh, that's 2. Oh, this guy can't take another hit. This guy can. This guy can. We will get the crew kill. It's just a matter of how many bombs are going to waste. Well, that's 2 misses from 3 shots. That's quite annoying. Come on, hit. Oh, come on, really? Now this is what I get for trying to be clever. I don't really want to change over to the burst laser and knock off the piloting and then change back to the firebomb. A, because I don't want to cause hull damage. and B, because by the time the firebomb spills up, they might have fixed the piloting anyway. Come on, both of you run away before you put the fire out. Both of you run out. Yeah, X. No, no. Yes? No? Right, good. This is a crew kill, it's just a matter of waiting now. And the piloting and engines both got an upgrade there, so we went from 20 to 24 instantly. That's good. This fire will spread and then spread and spread. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 systems remaining, so they will lose 4 hull if they all go red and explode, but that's fine, they have 6. The only issue is if the fires don't spread as quickly as we would like them to, the fires will eventually burn out because they'll burn all the oxygen and they may actually go out. So we'll have to keep an eye on this, that's why I put the mantis in the sensor room. Good. Die. 2, 1, 0. 1 dead. Oxygen's off, so they're definitely going to die. Okay, the shield room's almost... yeah, it's out of oxygen now because the fires have eaten it all. So these fires will go out. The good thing is that their oxygen's been destroyed. Otherwise, this room would refill with oxygen and they may run in and repair it. This is a crew kill, we're just waiting for them to die. It's just a toss-up whether or not the last remaining guy burns to death or suffocates to death. Time will tell. Fire is started in the room next to his. And the ship's rapidly running out of oxygen. It's like the weapon system's about to explode. And there it goes. The fires are continuing to spread. Oh, they're getting closer, but they're gonna go out. Okay, he's gonna suffocate, he's not gonna burn. I'm not sure if that's any better or any worse from his point of view. Nope, we got the crew kill, and that's all that matters. Thank you, settlement, for giving me that firebomb. With the crew dead, we're able to take 6 fuel and 32 scrap. That's outstanding. Look at that, 92 scrap, fantastic. So at the end of Sector 1, we've done the usual. We've got the second shield barrier, we have level 2 doors, and we spent the rest of our scrap on upgrading the artillery beam and getting more power bars so we can have everything powered up. We got Charlie, who's level 1 crew damage, but he took over from Yungpeng in shields, and Charlie's almost level 1 shields. And we got a firebomb, so we're looking rather good. Let's push on to Sector 2. Let's have a look at the route map. Interesting. Very interesting. Lots of nebula down here, lots of greens up here. So I think we might do a couple of reds and then hit these greens. Or do we want to go to the NG to get a store? I think I'd rather do the NG one because there's guaranteed to be at least 2 stores in this sector. And we have 92 scrap, which as we know is enough for a drone control. So we'll do this and then one of these reds and then make a choice whether we want to do another red or straight onto green. You've arrived in NG space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times to these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. Let's have a look at the sector map. Oh, this is lovely. Look at all this. Everything is connected to everything else apart from the exit. So we know that to get to the exit, we have to get to this ping. Other than that, we're free. A Mantis vessel flashes past your view screen, weapons and engines at full. A tiny blip in the sensor readout marks its quarry. Well, let's aid the civilians. Okay, let's have a look at this. They have a heavy laser Mark 1 and a bomb of unknown warhead. They have an NG, which is slightly annoying because that means that the firebomb isn't really an option. I'm not sure if I'll get the crew kill here. They haven't really got enough hull for us to do that, so we'll just have to... The bomb is just irritating. Well, the bomb's offline now, the engine's taking some damage. even if they did put a firebomb in, they've got so many system rooms that they lose one hull each time one's destroyed, and the ship will probably explode long before we get the crew kill. As long as we keep the bomb offline, the artillery beam is going to finish them off in a few seconds time, because it will draw a big long line across it. It'll do definitely more than 3 damage. Goodbye, Mr. Mantis. Thanks for playing. Mantis ship breaks apart, leaving behind 2 missiles, 1 drone, 31 scrap. Let's contact the civilians. And they offered to repair 3 hull points, even though we had no hull damage, but thank you. Here's a store right here. May as well go for it, then we can double back and come down here. No point trying to get even more scrap than 123 we already have. Let's see, drone control with a combat drone. Ooh, and they've got some nice weapons as well. Right, decisions. Could go. I kind of want to have a hull laser because I like breaching things. And I think we'll buy the burst laser one as well. I know I said I wanted the drone control, but I didn't have a defense drone. And I reckon we can easily earn enough scrap. So at maximum weapons upgrades, you have 8 power bars. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is like end game. We've got all the weapons we need for the entire game now. This does 2 shots which cause fire. This does 3 which cause fire. This does 2 which can cause a breach. So that's 7 shots for 6 power plus a war crimes bomb if we can find another rockman somewhere and get a crew teleporter. Set fire to the medbay, jump in the 2 rocks, burny, war crimes abound. And the artillery beam's just an ancillary thing at this point. Again, we are still keeping in mind these. We could get to Sector 5 without upgrading the weapon system. We've bought lots of weapons, but we haven't upgraded any more power bars. Oh, we've done the Master of Patience. We killed that guy in Sector 1. We haven't had any blue choices yet. Right, let's not onwards, let's push backwards. A rebel fighter here would seem to suggest elements of the rebel fleet are already making incursions on NG space. You move in to engage. And they have a laser 2 and a missile, so we're going to have to smash the weapons. No time for crew killing shenanigans. We have to keep that missile off if we can. All they hit, but it was an empty room, and annoyingly only the laser got turned off. Another 1 damage. Come on laser, turn the missile off. There we go. And the beam's almost ready. And the missile's back online and charging, but I think the burst laser will fire before the missile does. Just put it offline again. Here comes a beam. It'll do 4 damage maybe. Okay, they're offering 3 fuel, 1 drone and 16 scrap to leave them alone. No, don't think so. You're going to die very soon anyway. Well, that did do 4 damage. And that did another 3, and that's the end of them. The ship explodes, leaving behind 1 fuel, 1 drone, 26 scrap. That's more like it. There's lots of pings to visit, and we have to get to this one, so we'll just come this way. So we need 85 scrap and then a store, if possible. Well, there's nothing here. That was a waste of fuel. Having said that, there's a store right there, so let's do another 2 pings and then that store and hope we get 41 scrap from it. Excellent. What appears to be a damaged ship is in fact 2 ships which smash into each other. Yeah, this is the NG ships doing the nasty dance event. This is our first blue event, so we'll pick the blue one. And we get 4 fuel, 4 missiles and 18 scrap. That's pretty good. And then this, hopefully get 23 scrap from this. Federation encrypted signal is being broadcast from a nearby planet. Let's send an away party. As you approach the signal, you receive a message on a rebel channel. I knew we'd catch some Federation fish with this signal. Prepare to be boarded, scum. And they have boarded us, but let's put the mantis in the doors and open the doors, because stupidly they have boarded us in an airlock. Identify, they have a heavy laser 1 and a missile, so we only need 1 shield bubble, so depower the shields, put it into engines, and we're going to have to just auto-fire at their weapons to try and keep them offline. As soon as these guys break through here... Nah, it's fine. It'll be okay. Well, they've hit us in the weapon. That is really, really irritating. This is the danger of not upgrading your weapon system. And they've broken the doors, so they're able to run around wherever they want, but they've got hardly any health, so the Mantis will be able to kill them straight away. Weapons is being repaired, so let's get them back on their weapons. Come on, kill them before they kill the oxygen. Good, Mantis. Oh, they've hit us again. Come on, weapons. Keep their missile offline. Well, we knocked the laser offline. Here comes the beam. Hopefully it hits the weapons. No, it's gone the other way. How annoying. Another hit. Taking quite a lot of damage. And they're trying to escape. That's quite annoying. So we're going to have to change the firing at their piloting. And they've already fixed their missile, which is really annoying. This fight has been a pain. Okay, we've done that, so we'll go back to firing at the weapons. And the dodge is down to 12 because they damaged the engines, that's not good. And because the engine's not manning it, it's up to 24 now. We've missed. And they're about to run away, so we're going to have to fire the piloting, and they're about to escape. Come on, hit, hit, hit. Oh, damn. That was such an uncool fight, man. We failed to stop them escaping, which means the rebel fleet is going to get a free turn. And we didn't get any scrap, and we wanted to go to the store, and we can't. That was just awful. Really, really awful. All because we haven't upgraded the weapon system and because we're saving scrap. Because we are trying to get 2 achievements. We've got 1 out of the 2. It would be nice to get the artillery master. We'll see if it's possible. I would say if we got a crew teleporter, then the weapons really become irrelevant because we'll just board and kill everyone. Well, everyone's fixed up. That was extremely annoying. Well, there's another store there, so we have to get to this ping so we can go here, here, then the store. Debris from the battle is scattered around this system, a few pieces bounce against your ship. You passively scan them and discover there's a functioning weapon among them. 17 scrap and a pike beam. Pike beam is the much larger version of the mini beam. It only does 1 damage, so it does need all the shields to be down, but it draws a huge big long line. Which isn't so good on small ships because you can only hit 3 rooms because they're so small, but on a ship like this it would go through about 6 or 7 rooms. I don't think we're going to make use of it. We have an artillery beam, that's much better. Don't care about shields with that. An NG ship in the vicinity, seeing you jump in armed to the teeth, immediately broadcasts its surrender. Subject goal, wealth. NG motivation, survival. Transfer of goods acceptable. You can just explain you're friendly and nothing much happens, but you just accept their offer of surrender and you get lots of stuff for nothing. So we get 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 17 scrap. Now we're on 96. Oh, that is annoying. I think we have time to do the store, this, and then straight to the exit. We haven't got enough time to do this distress call. If it linked to the store, we would, but we don't. Oh well. Let's have a look at this store. We have a drone control, and it comes with a combat drone, Mark 1. That's quite annoying. I'm going to buy the crew teleporter instead, and I'm going to sell the pike beam, which gives us 33, which is enough for the first teleporter upgrade, which is perfect. Which makes the artillery mastery thing even easier to do. Because now we can just board people. Because Charlie's level 1 combat and Yongpeng is a mantis, so that's quite a good boarding crew. We can just depower the weapon and the artillery beam, put them both into teleporter. and the one left over will go into med bay and will be a boarding ship. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage you in your ship. Okay, let's demand the surrender of their goods. They're going to try and spool up and run away. Okay, they have lots of drones. Let's just run the shield guy in here and we'll do a bit of an evaluation. They do only have 3 crew. So if we can damage their engines, someone will go into engines. No, we'll damage the shields. I'm gonna board these guys. The weapons guy has to go in here because I need to have eyes on it. We don't need the artillery beam. I am gonna need this. I'm gonna need this. We need to knock out the combat drone because they have the combat drone and the laser one and the mini beam. Okay, let's do this. Let's go for the crew kill before they escape. Because the guy that's not fighting, I'll run out of piloting to fix this because it's broken, and that means that FTL's delayed. And we should be able to kill both these guys. Let's hit their shields next time to stop them repairing the drone control. Because as I said, the enemy completely obsess over the shield room. Now our guys haven't got enough health to kill this guy, so they're going to have to come back and heal up and then go out again. I'll have to depower the oxygen to turn on the med bay just for a little while. We will shoot the shields. Well, that's excellent. Oh, it's not excellent at all actually. That's actually really bad. Because he is eventually going to run away and he's going to run into piloting. No, he's run into the drone control, fair enough. We are going to get the crew kill. Hey, with the crew dead, you search the ship, you find military grade weaponry and take what looks most useful. 29 scrap and a burst laser Mark III, which is the really stupid one which takes 4 power to power up. Takes an eternity to spool up, 19 seconds, but it fires 5 shots. As I said, I never ever buy this. Even when I'm given it like this, I very rarely use it. I'll probably just sell that because it's worth a fair bit. Because we do need money. I'm going to buy the sensors upgrade right now because I don't want to have to keep putting someone in the sensor room. And just depower these, have these spare so we can put them in artillery or dodge, or in fact I'll put one in dodge. Okay, straight to the exit. You've arrived at a long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Continue. You look like a military vessel. We're trying to get back to our homes alive. I'm an engineer by trade and can try and improve your reactor if you have any extra supplies. So he's offering us 1 reactor power for 5 missiles and 2 drones. Well, we have plenty of them, so yes please. Excellent. You make the exchange and their team comes on board to try and improve your reactor. So we got a free reactor bar out of that, and that's great. Really good. Well, that saved us 25 scrap for the cost of a few missiles and drones. Things we're not really using. So that's the end of Sector 2. We upgraded the sensors. And we bought and upgraded once a crew teleporter. We didn't get any more crew. We bought a hull laser 1 and a burst laser 1. And we were given a burst laser 3, which we'll be selling at the first opportunity. We might be okay for getting to Sector 5. Without upgrading the weapon system. We have only had 1 crew blue event so far. If we get another 3 before Sector 5, then we'll spend scrap on upgrading the weapon system. We're still hoping to save up scrap to buy a drone control. We have had the option, but since they were only offering a free combat drone, I turned them down. Whether or not we get killed by missiles and my hubris comes back to bite me in the bum, we shall see in the next episode. Hope you're still enjoying FTL, and I hope you come back for the next episode, and we'll see how the Federation Battlecruiser handles Sectors 3 and 4, if we make it that far. Until then, take very good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you later.